Are we live? Oh, shit. Hi.
Apparently we're live.
Hello, how are you, everybody? Welcome to May the 4th be with you, otherwise known as May the 4th Strikes Back. This is episode 2, year 2 of May the 4th, here at London Brewing Co-op, our big Star Wars celebration. I think it's safe to say, JS, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this year seems like a much bigger deal than last year.
I mean, I think it goes without saying. First of all, the amount of people, all the stuff going on. Guys, we've sold out of the beer again.
Both the cans and the kegs, by the way.
Yeah.
There is no more of this beer on planet Earth for you to get right now.
Yeah, none of it left. It was sold out by 6.
Yeah,
we sold out by 7 last year.
We broke our own personal best.
It's sold out by 6.
Out the beer.
And last year was a small batch.
Yes, this was a fuller batch.
This is a full batch of beer that we sold out by freaking 6 o'clock, dude.
There were 15 cases of it, and a 50-liter keg and a 20-liter keg. So we went through 70 liters of live beer and then 15 cases of canned beer.
Gone.
And it was all gone by 6 o'clock.
Gone.
Yeah. So I think next year we'll probably be like, hey, why don't we make several large batches of the beer? Because apparently when the Geeks go bring people out for Star Wars Day, we do it right. We make sure that everybody gets a chance to drink some beer. And so if you missed out, hopefully they'll brew it again. It seemed like a winner for them. Everybody that we talked to that tried the beer seemed to think it was really good. And like even non-beer drinkers, because it's only 4%, it's a light lager, it has that nice hint of lemon in it. So everybody's like, this tastes really good.
You really nailed the, what's the expression? Hit the nail on the head?
Hit the nail on the head, yeah.
When you were saying how it tastes like a Mexican beer with the lime already in it.
100%.
It tastes like a Corona. It was a really dope beer, so.
Yeah.
This
one here.
That was awesome.
Yes.
We need more beer next year.
Yeah, definitely more beer next year for sure.
Sorry, Emma was just walking by.
Yes.
I don't know what's left for t-shirts, but the last time I checked, there was only a few t-shirts left as well.
Yeah, the collab t-shirt, we came with 36 of them, and of course we wanted a couple ourselves, so it quickly, the numbers reduced. There were only so many different shirts, so many different sizes of shirts, I should say. So if you didn't get a shirt, hopefully you'll have an opportunity. Those shirts are exclusive to this event, to this day. So if you didn't get a shirt, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get one. Having said that, like I said, I hope they run the beer again, but we'll see what happens.
It sounds like something else is about to start here, but...
So the trivia should be starting now. So we ran the bingo at around, 5:30, quarter to 6-ish.
Yeah.
Bingo went really, really well, I felt, anyways.
We handed out a good time.
Yeah, we handed out some prizes for the bingo, so that was good. The trivia is going to start now.
I want to mention the food truck.
Yeah, hit the food truck for
guys, what's it called?
Chow.
Chow. Guys, if you're in the London area and you see the black Chow food truck, go check it out.
Oh, yeah. Chow, the Italian greeting, like CIAO, not like food chow.
It's not really an Italian truck.
No, it's got an Italian vibe.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Everything we've tried so far has been amazing.
Oh, no,
go check out Chow. So the food truck was new this year.
Yes.
Because, unfortunately, London Brewing doesn't make food here anymore. They don't have a kitchen anymore.
No.
So they brought this kick-ass food truck. What else was new this year?
So the bingo was new and that was cool, but I think the big new thing, if we look down here, is we basically created like a marketplace, like a vendor's alley here in the back alley of the brewery to offer people not just geek and nerd stuff, but a wide variety of different items. You can see editor Megan there talking with her friend Erica, who's also been on the podcast. She's offering her stuff through her business, Valkyrie Customware. Red Moon Glassworks, So Ducking Good. We got Day Rock Designs, TVX Sabers, Zap It Props. We'll get there. Alley Designs. We've got Not Possible Crochet. We've got the Bearded Lumberjack. We've got Playful Cat. Who else do we have back there? The Beer Brothers, they're here as well. So yeah, it's been a really good day for the vendors. We tried this year. We weren't sure how this is going to work. We were worried that, who knows, like a vendor market, sometimes you get lots of sales and sometimes you get nothing. And it seems like most of the vendors have done had a really good day here at May the 4th be with you. May the 4th strikes back. The TVX boys here sold some lightsabers, as you can see. Zabba Props has sold some of his resin stuff. There's our friend Allie from the podcast. She's here as a vendor as well. Not Possible has sold a couple $100 in crochet items. So it's been a good day for the vendors. We took a chance, and it worked out. Just to remind you guys too, all the table fees that we charge the vendors to be here to have a spot, 100% of those table fees went to Ronald McDonald House Charities via Dad Club London. So
let's be honest, it wasn't a lot of money, but hey, it's going straight to charity.
No. And
it's giving a chance for people to actually make some money here when they're selling their stuff, right?
And almost every single one of the vendors has come up to us and been like, "You should have charged more for the table," but we didn't.
I guess next year we'll overcharge you guys for tables.
We didn't know what it was going to look like. The problem was we had no idea if it would be good for the vendors or not. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, keep working our way all the way down here.
Yep. The Bearded Lumberjack guy, some great beard products as well as some t-shirts and some glasses and some hats. The Beard Brothers brought out a bunch of signed memorabilia, and then we got Playful Cat and all her stuff down there. We got Dave the Avocado as well making a guest appearance here.
Yeah, so Dave showed up in cosplay today. It's his own little mini lightsaber in hand.
Yep. So he's rocking the theme. It's May the 4th.
It is May the 4th.
We should mention too, guys. It was also Free Comic Book Day today.
You know what it was? Actually, we forgot to talk about that. We should have talked about that at the beginning. Actually,
that's okay.
We went downtown London. We hit up Dundas. Actually, these guys, we went live.
We did
On Instagram a couple times.
Yeah.
Holy shit! London does Free Comic Book Day like nobody else.
We don't mess around.
They don't fuck around over here.
No.
I mean, they shut down the streets. They've got vendors. They've got like the selection of comic books. I've never seen that. Usually, it's like they give away a couple comic books, but these guys probably had like how many titles would you say they had to select from? Oh yeah, at least 50 titles to select from. So that was really really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was hot though.
It was hot, and we mainly
gorgeous
went down
day.
there.
Don't get me wrong.
No, it was fantastic. But we mainly went down there to promote this event. So we went in all of our Star Wars cosplay. We had a chance to talk to CTV. They talked to us briefly about the event, talking about what we were doing and everything else. And then and then we took a bit of a break, and then we rolled in here at like 1 o'clock to help with some of the vendors get set up and everything else. And then 3 o'clock, man, we hit the ground running, and it's been nonstop since 3 o'clock. We've had costume changes.
By nonstop, he means nonstop alcohol.
I mean, we have been drinking.
Yes, nonstop alcohol
the whole time.
3 o'clock. You know,
nonstop costume changes. Mike, good to meet you, buddy. Good to see you. And then we have the bingo at 5-ish. That went really, really well. They're doing the trivia. I think it's going to go now. There's a live band coming out at 9 o'clock, and I think they've got a couple of geeky songs in the repertoire that they're looking at.
I really hope so. I mean, that's kind of what I was sold on. So they better have a couple geeky songs because I'm gonna friggin' trash this place if they don't. No, I'm just kidding.
I think the key here, though, especially here, is the vibe. The vibe this year is different. It's not just that there's more of us here, but it just feels like a con. I'm not gonna lie. It feels very much like a convention.
Like a little mini con, right? Like
people are so happy to see each other. Some of these people haven't seen each other in months because for a lot of us, we're all from different parts of Ontario, and so it's like for all of us to get together.
We hadn't seen Megan since Fan Expo, I think.
Yeah. So for all of us to come together here for an event like this, and so many people to come out and support it, has been amazing. But then, just getting a chance to just be silly geese and geek out with our friends about this geek and nerd shit we love. It's a fantastic time. So the vibes have been immaculate, I would say, as far as the day goes. But
100%.
How's the day been for you? You've been
fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sweaty day. Let's be honest, right? It was a hot day to be covered in foam, but I can't be more happy with how this has turned out. This is amazing. I can't believe we sold out of the freaking beer again
by 6. I know. So hopefully,
unbelievable.
Hopefully next year we can convince them to maybe.
Yeah, I mean next year.
I think we've proven.
Next year?
What's that?
How do we go bigger next year?
I don't think we necessarily go bigger. They just have to make more beer for us. They really do. We can't be done by 6. Like that's
no.
We definitely got to have more beer.
Yeah.
I think the vendor idea has worked out. I think that's been good. We'll definitely do that next year. Maybe we can expand it a little bit and have some more vendors up front as well. We're toying around with some other ideas, a different beer, a non-alcoholic beer for some of our DDs that are coming in from out of town. So many people came in from out of town. And then maybe some different things as well. The bingo was great, but maybe we'll try something different next year. We talked about doing maybe a cosplay karaoke or, whatever the case may be. If you guys have some ideas.
That's my jam.
I know, that's mine too. I think doing karaoke in the costumes, singing geeky and
that'd be hilarious.
Would be pretty great.
Dude, that would be freaking so funny.
You're good. Yep. I think it'd be good to to get some input and feedback from you guys. If you guys have some ideas as to how we can make this event bigger and better, or more catering to what you guys think this should be or can be or would be, drop a comment below or hit one of us with a DM and let us know how can we make this event better for you guys to come out. But we have to call today a success, a rousing success. I know we still have
100%.
like half the time to go, but it's been great.
Big thanks to London Brewing. I know they're too busy in there. We're not going to go bug them because it's pandemonium in there. The bar has just been non-stop. But thanks, guys. This has been amazing. Thank you to Dad Club London. They're not here tonight. We were hoping to see them so we could get them on and talk to them again like we did last year. But we're gonna tally up the donations. I'm looking forward to seeing what we were able to do for Dad Club London this year, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. I mean, I think we have to mention the charity that this is all end up going for. It's a fantastic charity. If you've ever had to deal with any of the sick kids' hospitals, it's not easy for parents that are coming from out of town, and there's a lot. Listen, Ronald McDonald House is something that is needed for a lot of people, and the charity actually goes to them, right? Unlike a lot of the charities, most of the money that is raised for Ronald McDonald House actually goes to them. So, guys, check them out. If you want to donate, guys, we got a bunch of raffles going on. The beer is unfortunately gone.
The beer is unfortunately gone.
But,
so 50 cents from every beer was going to the charity as well. All the tickets from the raffles, also the money collected for the tickets for the raffles, all going to the charity. All of the vendor booths and table fees that we collected, all going to the charity.
All for charity.
Last year we raised nearly $500 in one day for the charity. We're hoping to double that this year. I'm hoping we hit $1,000. The Dad Club guys want to have us do like the big check ceremony, and I know it seems silly, but as long as it's bringing awareness, especially to what Ronald McDonald House does, and
that'd be cool for that, for sure, 100%.
Yep. So we're going to keep trucking along. We're going to keep working with Dad Club London. We're going to keep doing this event. Like I said, if you guys have ideas for next year, let us know. We're open to almost anything. We're willing to make this event as great as we can for the single day. Oh, one thing I should mention for next year, I know we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. I think next year it's on a Sunday. We're not doing this on a Sunday. There's too many people coming in from out of town. There's too many people that are making the trip to support this event and be here for us. There's no way we can do it on a Sunday. So it is going to be a Saturday next year as well. So whatever date that falls on, I'm guessing the 2nd or the 3rd, that's what we're going to do
I think until the 4th falls back on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I think we're just going to keep doing this event on the Saturday before. That's what makes sense.
It does.
It'll always coincide with Free Comic Book Day.
Which helps.
So and we'll do a better job of advertising at Free Comic Book Day next year, because we were idiots. We never even brought cards or anything like that,
I think we still did a pretty good job of going down for Free Comic Book Day and promoting the event, which is what we were, the whole purpose, the whole point going on for Free Comic Book Day was to help promote the event. And yeah, the event's just been... it's blown me away how supportive people have been. Like, cosplayers come out last year, but not like this.
This is pretty dope.
So many people to come out to support us. And 2.5 years ago, man, we were just two fucking nerds starting a podcast. Clearly somebody's drunk. Yeah. We're doing well. So, what do you think of the turnout so far? This is Crazy Mike Cosplay. He's part of the reason why we're at this event, doing this at this venue.
Well, it's my neighborhood, right?
How do you think today has gone, especially compared to last year?
Honestly, I couldn't be happier. Oh, can I take this?
Shit.
Hi,
I'll be over here.
I'm Crazy Mike. Yeah. So hold on a second. I'm Crazy Mike. No. So no, I couldn't.
Why would you
actually?
give him a microphone?
I couldn't. Yeah, you don't ever give me a microphone or a megaphone either.
Terrible.
So I couldn't be happier. The turnout's amazing. So many people coming from out of town. This is my neighborhood. This is actually East London. I love it. I live here. This is my jam. These people here at London Brewing Co-op, I know them. They're my family.
So compared to last year, how do you think this year went compared to last year? That's just all I'm trying to do. Yeah.
But I'm starting it because I'm
You're
drunk.
pontificating a little bit.
I'm drunk.
I'm here for you. I'm here for you.
So
what do you think this year compared to last year? What's the biggest thing that you've noticed this year compared to last year?
The vibe is, it's bigger and better, and the vibe is just incredible. It's such a positive vibe. It's a group that has come together, and like I said, the words are hard because I'm drunk.
No, I think you nailed it with the vibe. The vibe is different this year.
The cosplay community.
Yeah.
Not only in Southern Ontario, but in the London area. I mean, this is what cosplay for me is about.
100%.
And the London, specifically the London crew, is
we've had
There's
like,
no better cosplay group
so
than the
people-
London
so
crew.
many people have like driven
people that
2
support us.
hours to come to this too,
And more.
It boggles my mind. Like, you know, I love you guys. The Geeks and Co. The Geeks and Co. Like, you guys are my family. I love you guys so much.
Yeah, come on through. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
So ducking good. Check
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it looks like, here's the best part, everybody looks like they're having an amazing time.
Yeah.
The beer is like sold out soon, so if we do this,
No, it's gone.
we're
It's
going to do
way
this
gone.
next year and there'll be a new beer, but you got to get it quick. You got to get here quick.
No, they got to make more. Is what they got to
thank
do.
you. They
Oh
got to
my
make
goodness.
more than make more.
It was
That makes-
gone by 6.
that makes more
dude.
sense.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go, yeah.
Exactly.
So,
Make more
but,
beer. For
but
sure.
there is still good beer here, mind you.
Oh yeah, everything I've had
But
here
the
has been decent.
vibe is like,
It's immaculate. Dude. The vibe is so good.
Like we're all, everybody's walking around smiling.
Yeah.
The whole time that we're here, smiling.
I've had other people I mentioned earlier. I've had other people that weren't even here for this. That just came for a beer. They were like, everybody seems so happy. And everybody's like, oh, hey, how you doing? Like, it's a big catch up. Like, because some of us haven't seen each other since August of last year, like a Fan Expo or whatever, right? So it's such a nice opportunity for everybody to get together and hang out and catch up.
And a con, like essentially the Geeks and Co. now, you guys have created a con at a frickin' brewery.
Yeah.
Like, is there a cooler thing you guys could have done? Like, come on, like a con at a brewery.
Yeah.
Like, give me a break.
I
It's
know.
perfect.
I
It's a perfect crime.
Can we take the microphone away from him?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done, guys.
Thanks, guys. Crazy
Thanks,
Mike,
Mike. Crazy
everybody.
Mike.
Thank you.
I will-
By the way,
will
none of
not
this
stop
happens.
talking.
None of this happens without Crazy Mike. He's the one that hooked us up with London Brewing Co-op. This was his idea in the first place. We've kind of taken the ball and run with it, but none of this starts without Crazy Mike.
This is what I wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted this vibe. I love you guys. I love this place. I love these cosplay nuts that come out, and because I'm one of them. And it's so cool. So next year, don't miss it. It's probably good. We're going to run it on the Saturday again, probably, because this is Sunday. So we're good. We're going to do this exact same thing next year. And I want to fill this friggin' place.
Bigger and better next year, guys. Bigger and better.
Take
Thanks,
care.
guys.
It's early, Mike. It's
Yeah,
early.
yeah, it's early.
It's early stuff.
It's like
Did we want to
talk to some of the vendors?
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, yeah.
Let's go down here.
I mean, we might as well. Right?
Hi. Are you going to be on camera?
I am.
Get your refill
That would
Live.
be fantastic.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking.
We're just talking to you from the vendor part of I love the big hesitation. Guys, this is our friend Tracy, otherwise known as Playful Cat Creations. She's one of the people that answered the call when it came time to doing vendors. Tell us a little bit about what you're vending today.
Well, this is just stuff I collect. I thought kids might like some of it. And then jewelry and accessories and stuff that I make in a surprise bag.
And she's got cookies,
Candy.
animal cookies, and candy. The animal cookies are really good. I'm just saying.
So when we lit the bat signal and we asked for vendors to come along and participate in the event, what made you want to jump on board and do this with us?
Charity. Especially Ronald McDonald House, right? It's associated to Ronald McDonald House, which I donate to Sick Kids monthly, so...
Yeah, we've talked about how amazing it is for Ronald McDonald House Charities, and how is it?
We know a number of people have had to use Ronald McDonald House at one point or another, and yeah.
Someone that has, and I know someone that has, so...
It feels like they've touched so many lives, so the work they do is amazing. What about the vibe today? Like, how have you felt? Listen, people, I'm telling you, what's the vibe like? Well, how do you feel about? I know, yeah.
I love it. I'll be back next year if you'll take me.
We will absolutely take you next year. We're definitely going to be doing vendors again next year.
I'll be in costume.
What are you going to dress up as?
Star Wars costume?
We'll see.
Maybe Star Wars. Maybe I'll do Star Trek just to mess with you.
Hey, listen.
We encourage people.
Yeah, we
were
actually
like-
talked about that.
We're kind of disappointed nobody showed up in their track.
Yeah.
today. So please do that.
I'm
Almost
surprised
did.
nobody did, to
Me
be
too,
honest.
a little bit.
I kind of half
Thought about it.
assumed that Sean
Yeah, a
was
little-
going to
yeah.
show up and
In his
Trek
track,
and
yeah.
then change,
Yeah,
but no,
no, that's
that
right.
didn't happen.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Thank you. Appreciate it. You want to just keep moving down the line?
Yeah.
Are you
might
going
as
to
well.
talk on camera? No, that's
No,
okay.
no camera?
That's okay. That's
Sure.
okay. That's okay. That's all right.
I mean,
No, it's
just
like,
to show what they were doing,
Yes,
a
so-
lot of autographed memorabilia.
with certificate of authenticity too. Like everything is certificate of authenticity. Lord of the Rings, a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean, a lot of signed things. So pretty cool, pretty dope stuff.
That's sin. That's a sin.
Cheers.
Someone's bringing JS drinks. This is great.
Cheers.
Yeah, absolutely.
May the force be with you.
That's what we're gonna try to do. Yeah. Next, are you okay to be on camera, Jacob? Is that all right? So, yeah, the Bearded Lumberjack, one of the first responders, actually, when we kind of put up the bat signal, Jacob messaged me. He's like,
I think we hadn't actually we just mentioned it, and we got a message. I was like, okay, let's do this.
Jacob, can you tell us a little bit about what you do and what you're vending today?
Yeah, so mostly started with beard care, beard oil, beard butter, that sort of stuff. And I've kind of just been working on growing and expanding into different things. Started doing women's hair oil, the beer glasses, because I'm a big craft beer guy, so that's why the brewery really drew me in. And then kind of just apparel and little odds and ends, whatever kind of catches my eye, whatever I'm into at the time.
Now, you're not on camera, so people can't see the glorious, magnificent beard that you're supporting here. Obviously, a lot of this stuff is near and dear to you as a person. Is that what kind of got you into this in the first place?
Yeah, so it actually started, I got some beard care for Christmas one year, and after a little while, I hated it. So I'm like, I'm just going to try making it myself. And then I made a business out of it.
So you make a lot of this product on your own?
Oh, yeah. Everything I do myself, everything I draw myself, like all the artwork for the beer, the labels, it's all done by me.
Good for you.
Very
That's
cool.
amazing. Yeah, guys, check out the Bearded Lumberjack. Is there any way people can find you on socials or find you online to look at your products and get hooked up?
Yeah, the Bearded Lumberjack on both Instagram and Facebook, thebeardedlumberjack.com, and the QR code. I don't know if people can get that from the video, but
we'll put it on the video regardless.
Yeah.
See what happens. But
so yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for talking to us, Jacob. And thanks for
merch,
coming out to
man.
support the event. That's awesome. Yeah, the
merch
is dope.
is
yeah,
really cool.
It's dope. Yeah, for sure, guys. Check out the Bearded Lumberjack.
Yeah,
for
thanks for coming,
sure.
man. Really appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
And then there's our roving reporter, our geek in the field. Good old
Geek
Becca.
correspondent.
We're going to bring Becca in, if you don't mind coming over here. We're going to talk to Becca really quickly. So we're talking to the vendors about the setup today. We're kind of getting a sense, we're not looking for like sales numbers or anything, but we're kind of looking for the vibe. What was the vibe like today? How do you feel about how today went for you as a vendor here at May the 4th Strikes Back?
It's been very supportive, very positive. A lot of people have come in. I've done a lot of sales as well as a lot of future commission ideas, so it's been very good for me. I've had a lot of my friends show up and support, and pop up and say hello, and it's just been good vibes. It's been good.
And when we kind of put out the bat signal looking for vendors for this event, and I know you guys drove in from out of town to be here today, like what made you decide, you know what, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this?
We twisted her arm. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, actually, I like the atmosphere. I love Star Wars. I love you guys, and we're not that far away, so we're like, let's do it. And charity, man, it's for a good cause.
And it is for the charity, for Ronald McDonald's Charities. And we were talking earlier too, and it gets mentioned over and over again. The vibe today seems pretty cool, like
Yes.
very cosplay, very almost convention-like.
Everybody is relaxed and happy and just in a good mood.
Happy.
It's
That's what we
just-
keep getting. Happy. Everybody.
We were just
seems-
talking about all the smiles we've been seeing.
Yeah.
Everybody's just got a nice face on. And
It kind of seems like a little bit like, hey, we get to have a little mini con at the beginning of May. That just kind
Yes.
of coincides with
Yes.
stuff. So I'm glad you guys are doing well, guys. It's Not Possible Crochet.
It is. Yeah.
Not Possible Crochet. Check out her stuff. This is all custom made by Becca herself. Some really, really dope pieces.
Thank you.
And,
Thank
and
you.
I'm
Yep.
sure we're going to have you on again and doing some remote work for us too,
Oh,
since
of
you
course,
are
I'd love to.
geek in the field, as
On
it
the
were.
scene.
So
On
yeah,
the
exactly. Thanks, Becca. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
We're going to move on down the line to the next vendor, who's our good friend, not Bakari Cosplay, who, by the way, is also our good friend, but he's not vending today. Who is vending today is our good friend Paul from Zappit Props. I have several pieces from Paul that he's made me over the years. Whenever I've need
Get a
a
shot of
piece
that
that's
Revan.
finished and cool, we've gotten that. But now he's moved into, it's not like you're moving away from 3D printing, but you're also now incorporating something new. Why don't you tell us about the new stuff that you got here today?
I just decided that this is something I wanted to do as a hobby, and I've been using my painting skills to do the stuff for you and Fallout for the last 5 years or so. This is just my spare time stuff, right? I got myself a resin printer, and I got hooked on it. I mean, look, all the detail that you can do on these things, it's just not possible with an FDM printer. You need the resin, right? So I've been asked to go to other cons for 3D printing guys. They're like, hey, do you want to show up and show off your stuff? And I was like, hell yeah, I do. I go, just might as well just get paid to do my hobby twice, right?
Now, Paul, I know you've been getting a lot of stuff modeled lately. Was that for the miniatures?
No, that was actually
For actual full-size
some of the Fallout
statues.
stuff. Yeah.
So these are going to be exclusive to you. So you got actual exclusive
Yes.
design specifically for you stuff
I do.
coming.
I have a Death Claw. I don't know if you know those.
Yeah.
I got my own model, that I have. I was thinking about bringing it today, but it's quite large and cumbersome. But I will be offering it on my websites and stuff. And yeah, I had a friend of mine in Albuquerque. I can give you his info or whatever because he likes the credit, right? I am Ski on Instagram, and he's helped me out over the years.
He designed my freeze gauntlets, by the way.
Well, he should have taken that left at Albuquerque for sure.
And I helped him with that design too, and how it works in your hand.
Yeah.
You got that idea from me.
Yeah.
Right? We were helping you out there.
How do you feel about today, like sort of the vibe that's gone on today? You've had a chance to wander what we're doing as well. What has today been like for you? Because you guys were here last year too, so you've got some context as well. Like, how does it differ between last year and this year?
Last year we just came because we were fun. It was the first time I'd ever done like a Star Wars cosplay. Like I did that Imperial, and it was just getting started. I don't know if you saw the new one that I did. No, but it's like a remnant, like an Imperial remnant officer. And we had a good time back then. Today, doing this for a good charity too. Works for me. And everybody's having a good time, as you can tell. And yeah, I get to show off what I can do here. I get to hang out with my friends.
It's a good time.
I make a little bit of money.
Right?
Yeah, I make a couple checks. Yeah. And dress up at the same time, right?
Niall, come on.
For those watching, for those interested in your stuff, whether it be resin printing or 3D printing, give the folks that are watching your socials, how they can get a hold of you and how they can get some of your dope-ass stuff.
Oh, if you follow me on Instagram, Zappa Props, here I have this card that you can look at. Okay. Zappa Props. I do have Instagram mostly, but I have an Etsy store. I don't know if you can see QR codes. There you go. I don't know if that works. Does that work? I don't know, but it does work.
Yeah, I can tell you guys what really sets Paul apart over the years when I've worked with other people is Paul will give you a finished product. I think a lot of people can just get a resin printer or get a 3D printer and give you the parts, and then you've got all the sanding and all the filling and all the painting and all that stuff and the weathering and such. But Paul actually will, every piece I bought for him is a finished piece. So I pay him money and I just get a really dope finished product at the end of the day. And I think that really sets Paul apart because as you can see here, his finished work is outstanding and it really sets him apart from a lot of the other people that are in this business. JS knows as well, right? Like the finish is everything when it comes to this stuff. Any monkey can spend $300 on a printer and take it home and start printing. But what you're doing is you're providing finished product for people that I think sets you really apart from the rest of the people.
And painting is an art in itself, right? Taking a piece of 3D printed resin and making it look like an actual clone trooper, like that's the art as far as I'm concerned, right?
Dope as heck. So.
Oh yeah.
Darcy helps me out too now with the 3D printing. She does all the putty work that makes it nice and smooth.
Yep.
Like this helmet.
Yep.
So it uses the layer lines.
Yep.
Helps you with that.
Yep. Can't hear us?
Can you hear us anymore?
Oh,
because of the mic.
I'm so done.
The mic. So Marcy, my lovely wife, helps me apply Bondo to most of my stuff, give it a sanding, give it a nice paint job, and this is the final product. Like Jeff was saying, I offer final product, right?
And that's the key. I mean, it has been for me. Every time I bought pieces from you, it's always been a final product because I'm lazy and I have more money than time. So thanks, Paul, for taking some time and coming out and supporting the event. It's great that you guys come out. You were already coming anyway, but to come out, answer the call for vendors when we put it out there, we really appreciate you coming out today.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. So we'll move on down the... Actually, we'll just turn
here.
around, actually. Hi, Allie. Go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
Allie Allie is on the podcast. I think almost every week you tune in while we're doing our
very
stuff.
Close, eh? You very seldomly miss a podcast.
Yeah, I try.
And we've talked before. I think we even talked about it a little bit on the podcast because we had you on as a guest, and we talked about your cosplay career. We talked about stuff you're making, but we also touched on what you're doing today. So give the folks at home some details on what's happening today. What are you vending?
Well, I do jewelry. I wanted to have a little variety for everybody, so I have like mostly resin, but I have some wire wrapped stuff. I got my chainmail on that side, a lot of my crystals, and some like chainmail earrings, and
Ooh, so fancy.
all the Grogu,
Lovely.
all the Star Wars stuff.
Don't focus in on the zaddy one. Don't do that. I know what you're doing. I see the conspiracy. I see what's happening.
Yes, that I made this for you.
Yeah,
Actually.
thank you. I super appreciate that. That's Addie. That's great. Get that, wipe that smile off your face. Why jewelry? What kind of inspired you to get into this creative adventure?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of like wearable art. So that's basically what jewelry is. It's wearable art. And I'm an artist, so I decided that, it's something I should pursue. But I mean, like, I just like making things. I like making pretty things, So.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What about the con today? Like I'm calling it the con already. Like
It is
it's
kind
a
of a
convention.
con. There's cosplayers,
But
right?
our little May the 4th celebration here. How have you felt today? The vibe, the action. Like, what's your impression of what's going on here today?
I think it's fun. Like there's lots of people dressed up in cosplay, which is awesome, and it's a good vibe. I like it.
The vibes are pretty immaculate today. I'm not gonna lie. That's what everybody was saying. How good the vibes are.
Yeah.
If people wanted to get in contact with you for some custom jewelry pieces or what have you, how would they go about doing that?
Well, I do have another Instagram page called Arisu9 Creative. So it's ARISU 9_creative, and they can find me there. They can message me there, and then we'll just go from
Well,
there.
thank you for coming out today and answering the call for vendors when we put it out there, because we're so lucky to have you, even in spite of this terrible piece you made.
It's out of my comfort zone. So I'm like,
You've
I'm gonna
done
try.
very, very well, and I'm glad you were able to come out for sure, because you tune into the podcast every week, so it was nice to have you here today to join us. So
Great to be
thank
here.
you. No, absolutely, guys. Make sure you check out her custom jewelry pieces whatsoever.
Thanks, Allie.
Why don't you go hit these guys then and talk to these guys?
All right.
These
all right,
fucking
all right.
hoodlums.
We have to sit here for a second.
These hooligans.
Because, we've got the hooligans in town. What is up, guys? If you don't know, I made some water on your little banner. If you don't know TVX Sabers, you're not a Star Wars fan. I can tell you that. Guys, what is going on? Thanks for being here.
We do, right? We suffer for the art.
Why did you guys even want to join us today? You guys reached out last minute, but
you were saying you were on
what made you guys want to be here with us today?
We always like to throw down a good celebration on May the 4th. So for what we were really aiming to do here was, we didn't know if we were going to have any product left after CK Expo last weekend, but we had a few leftovers, and we know to go here, and who doesn't love having a bunch of awesome humming glow sticks at Star Wars events that you can actually play with?
Now, you guys have been doing this for, how long now? 3 years? 4 years? 3 years? What differentiates you from all these other lightsaber vendors?
Customer service. No matter what, yes, you can go online and buy one. Yes, you can go all over the place. But the customer service you get with us is hands down 100 times worth the price itself. We're always online, we're always available, we do everything we can to make sure you're taken care of, and we always have your saber running all the time.
And I can tell you he's not just saying that, because I've heard that from a lot of people that are actually here, so he's not just talking out of his ass. Guys, what's the big thing right now? There's 100 different types of lightsabers now, right? What's the big thing?
There are so many, and it depends on what your favorite is. Prime example, actually, Trevor, if you can open that one up. One of my favorite ones is one of my favorite stories. Is the Graflex Luke, the one that Ben took from Anakin on Mustafar and then gave to Luke on Tatooine.
We're getting some deep geek shit now.
It was originally signed by Roger, who designed it for the movie, and then this has actually been held by Hayden as well. So this one's my favorite. It's the one I go to when I want to play with. I know with Trevor, he loves the gold one. It's one of his firsts.
Of course, Trevor loves the gold one.
He plays with it all the time. Kevin's got, where is it? The Princess Leia. So this would have been after when Luke trained Leia and she finally decided to settle down and do it. This is one of Kevin's favorite ones as well. So it's going to depend on what your favorite is on what you want to go with.
I was just going to ask, when people are coming to you guys and buying lightsabers, do you find the custom ones are typically more popular, or do you find that the actual replicas are what people tend to be more after.
Absolutely. The custom sabers are a lot more hotter selling, mainly because of the price point. I mean, we start them as low as $95 on the website now, but they'll go with one of these because the price is right. But they spend their time admiring the replicas of the characters that they like and the sabers that they dream of having. Whereas something like this becomes a gateway. You get that cheaper saber in your hand, it performs fantastically. You feel a lot more comfortable going and spending $400 on a replica saber that you've always dreamed of. I mean, that's a big buy. There's no way around it. So you want to make sure if you're spending that kind of money that you're actually getting the bang for the buck. And of course, on top of people who go that road, there's lots of people who are just more than happy to have one lightsaber that looks good, works great, is durable, and fills the role.
Yeah, I mean, did you get a lot of people that actually buy them for like dueling and stuff? Probably not. Oh, do you really?
We actually have several groups that are like martial artist groups and fencing groups that actually take our stuff to events and actually perform with them. And they crash them around all over the place.
You have a Luke, an Anakin Graflex.
Yes.
You have
mine's
what was it called?
oldish,
You had the
Force
old
FX,
Force FX.
old. Yeah.
I mean, this is. I mean, even just the weight. The weight. I mean, these are.
Hi, I just paid for a stormtrooper. I don't have money for a lightsaber.
These are.
Man. There's only so much money.
You need
to
a
go
proper
around,
lightsaber,
you know
bud.
what I mean?
Just kidding.
All right,
guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope things are going well here for you guys today.
Thank you guys. We love it. We're glad we're here. You know, we're enjoying everything that comes along. So we're having fun.
Keep your eyes out, guys. We're going to do more with these guys.
Yeah, this isn't the last you've seen of
Yeah, I
PDX
don't want
with Geeks and Go,
to spoil
so.
anything here, but
Yeah.
we'll do more with these guys soon. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See you guys.
We met Lou Ferrigno last year.
Oh, no shit. We do have Day Rock Designs as well. Dana is not here right now, but Erica is kind of filling in for her. Erica's been on the podcast before. She's a friend of the podcast. What do you know about what Dana's here doing today? Anyway, do the best you can with what you got.
So while she's getting food, I'll speak for Dana. Dana does a lot of hobbyist crafts. She's currently working on coasters is her newest thing. Rock painting is started as a pandemic hobby for her, and it became so frequent in her house, she decided she had to start selling them. She couldn't keep them all. They're lovely, and she does them all by hand, and she takes her time with them. The coasters are really functional, and they're new, so she's going to start making more of them. And there's practice for her wedding coming up this year, which will be Star Wars and Lord of the Ring themed. So by supporting her, you're supporting her nerdy wedding dreams.
And obviously the charity that we're here to celebrate here as well with the table feast. But Erica, you were here last year as well, so you had an opportunity to see kind of how last year was. What would you say, like the vibe between last year and this year, like the biggest difference or the biggest changes from what you've noticed?
I think the biggest change this year is year two. Year two means more people know to spread the word. It also means that we have the exclusive run of this place this year, so the people who are here to support, which is why you sold out double the content in half the time, because people are willing and ready to be here. It's a really, really nice atmosphere. It's well done.
Yeah, the vibes seem pretty immaculate, and the vendors seem to be doing fairly well as well, because we just introduced this for the first time this year, and it seems to be going good. What's your impression of being out here? You've spent some time out here with the vendors. How's it been out here as far as the scuttlebutt of people selling stuff out here goes? Has it gone well, or has it kind of been
You know, given the space, like a long line like this isn't always conducive to sales, so I've been really impressed. Dana herself has done pretty well. There's been some pretty great success up the line. I think it helps that everybody brought some very good thematic content, so everybody knew what they were getting into. I think it was a great success. It's obviously a small space, so it's hard to work with, but I think vendors are an excellent option to keep going with. Yeah.
You're like one of the sharpest people I knew. If we're going to do this next year for year 3, I'm going to put you on the spot here live on camera. What do you think we could do? What could we add to this event to make it that much bigger, that much better? If you've got some ideas to throw our way during live on the podcast, I'm such an asshole for putting you right on the spot, but here we are. What do you think?
I think I've already brought up my biggest suggestion. I would love to see the opportunity for a charity-based non-alcoholic drink. I am driving myself and my friends back to Kitchener, so I'd love to keep participating for a charity beverage. Also doubles the opportunity to keep going past the beer selling out.
Yeah.
So I think that's my number one suggestion. Otherwise, I think you guys killed it on the advertising this year. I think it was a really great joint effort between you and London Brewing Co., so I'm really proud of you guys for that. I think it's great. I honestly haven't noticed any other personal improvements. I would just love the opportunity to keep supporting throughout the night that way. So.
No, and I think your idea of the non-alcoholic, that will also be part of the charity. I think that's a fantastic idea. Guys, Dayrock Designs, check her out. She's going to be here for the next couple hours, so come on down and grab your stuff. Yeah, I know she's there, but Erica's kind of already done the mouthpiece for her. So, yeah, make sure you come down and check it out for sure. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. Absolutely. No? Okay, that's okay. Yeah, you're like, no. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. But we know this one will talk to us.
We sure do.
Hi, this is Stephanie. Stephanie is our friend from Red Moon Glassworks. Also has a cosplay account because she likes to dress up like us nerds do. She's been on the podcast before to talk to us about stuff. We put out the bat signal looking for vendors. I think we even messaged you specifically. We're like, please. What motivated you to answer the call and come vend here today?
I have never done one of these before, and I actually was able to get the weekend off, which is
rare
for me. So I'm like, yes, let's do it. Let's go. I've got a very small selection here because the rest of it is still in transit coming back from Calgary.
That was last weekend, right?
That was last weekend. So I packed up the skid on Monday, and it's, I don't know, somewhere in Northern Ontario, I think. So,
as it happens, this is the first year we decided to do vendors, right? So we've been kind of curious, talking to the vendors, asking the vibe, the mood, like how things have gone, especially with out here in the vendor area that we set up. How do you think that's gone? Success, failure, mid? What do you think?
You know what? It's been great. It's been really relaxed, really friendly, and the vibe is just like super positive. Everybody's having a good time, and I haven't seen that really in a regular convention. It feels a lot like really old, like the old conventions that we used to have in hotel rooms. So it's a whole bunch of people getting together who have the same things that they are passionate about, chatting about things, just mingling. The beer is flowing nice.
The beer helps. Having it at the brewery helps. We're not going to lie. Absolutely. Everybody's happy because everybody's half lit. But still, I get what you're saying. The vibe has definitely been like old home week. Like, even though we've all seen each other relatively recently, it's all been like, hey, what's going on? So that's been really good. How have... I don't need numbers or whatever, but how have the sales been? Would you say that this has been a success, both for yourself and for London Brewing Co., for the Geeks & Co. to have vendors here at this venue?
It's been actually pretty good. It's been a little better than I expected, so that's great for me.
So it's been better than expected.
But for me, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I'm glad to hear
especially considering like how little I have, just for like variety of designs and stuff. It's been pretty good.
And the vibes are this good, and everybody's like so into what's going on. I think it's pretty easy to have some good sales and stuff. And your product has always been fantastic. So if people want to get in touch with you for your stuff, about an event, or buy from you directly, how can they go about doing that?
The best way is to reach me on Instagram, Red Moon Glassworks. If you're looking for me for cosplay, it's Red Tourmaline Cosplay.
Guys, check out her stuff. It's fantastic. We've had stuff on the podcast. I'm sure we'll have her on again. And always great to see you at a con. And thank you so much for coming out, answering the call, and coming out to event and support us for this. It's been wonderful. Absolutely fantastic. And then...
Last but certainly
not least, it is our friend, our member, our editor... It's Megan, of course.
Hello.
Editor Megan here with her business, Valkyrie Custom Wear. Give the folks at home an indication. I know we've talked about the podcast, but what do you do and what are you doing today?
So for Valkyrie Custom Wear, I make clothing that is inspired by medieval and fantasy and historical things. Depends on the day, depends on the design.
Fair.
And I sell them mostly online. I go to markets and events and medieval fairs to sell in person some stuff that I've made to standard sizes. And I am vending today at Star Wars event for May the 4th. And I have made some Star Wars cloaks, and it is very fun.
And what inspired you to get into this line of work in the first place? What was the motivating thing to say, hey, I want to make custom cool but very unique pieces for people out in the world?
Cosplaying. I started making
Right.
fantasy and medieval like costumes for myself from like Game of Thrones, Vikings, stuff like that. Like, I enjoy this. I don't need all of these myself, but I would like to make more. So then I make things for other people.
As a member of the team, how do you feel? You were here last year. Now you're here this year. How do you feel the key differences, the vibe, the mood, whatever you want to call it, between last year's event and this year's event? What's your impression?
I would say this year it feels a lot more like it's all of our people that are filling the space. It's not just the people who showed up for trivia that always show up for trivia here on Thursdays.
Right.
Or on Fridays. Last year was Friday,
Thursday.
right?
Thursday last year. Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, time is soup. What day
Yeah,
was it
time
last
is
year?
soup. Yep.
Yeah, so definitely more of our people. I like having the like vendor space out here and the activities in there. It feels like there's more like choices of things to do and places to go. You're not just like standing around talking and drinking. As someone who doesn't drink and is still at this event.
Okay. I'm just gonna say it. There's still a lot of standing around talking and drinking. There's no getting away from that.
There is. But
Maybe
there are
maybe a little
other
too much of that, but
There's
regardless.
a plethora of choices.
If I'm going to do the same thing I did to Erica that I'm going to do to you, because I know how sharp you are and I know how well business-minded you are. If we had to do, if there was something that we were going to do next year that we didn't do this year, something that you think could make this an even bigger and better event, what would be your suggestion or your thoughts or ideas, or have you had any to kind of make this event a bigger event next year?
So I'm probably going to plagiarize Erica's idea because she was over here talking to me and say that it would be nice if there was a charity aspect that we had that was a non-alcoholic beverage, because then I could buy it and drink it and it would be great.
You heard it here first, guys. We're going to talk with London Brewing Co-op and definitely see if we can get some work on that. If people want to contact you for any of your current stock of stuff or something that they're looking for that's a custom piece, how do they go about doing that?
So I have my social media, which is Valkyrie Customware, and then I have my website. I don't know if it'll be able to zoom in on there, but valkyriecustomware.ca. That is where I have stuff available on the interwebs for stuff that is already for sale. And then, either send me a message on Instagram or Facebook if you have something that you want custom made. Inspiration images, descriptions, whatever you're going on.
Custom stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, if you saw me earlier today in my Obi-Wan Kenobi, my cloak, my Jedi robe is made by Valkyrie Customware. So, yeah, you can absolutely contact her. And by the way, there's been a couple of times where I've been like, hey, can you do this? And she was like, no. So she's going to be honest with you, too. Like, sometimes you can make it, and sometimes, but almost everything else I've come to you with, you've been like, yeah, absolutely. A fair price, an amazing craftsmanship. You do such good work. Appreciate you. And she's part of the Geeks & Co team. So, thanks, Megan. I think we should probably wrap this up now that the trivia started. It's kind of like...
Yeah, it's going to get louder and louder.
Yeah.
Oh, puppy. There's been a lot of dogs, funny enough, here today.
They always have dogs through here, I know.
I'm not sure why, but a lot of dogs here today. It's getting loud. It's only going to get louder and louder.
Yeah, agreed.
As soon as the trivia ends, the live band starts.
Yeah.
So we certainly can't be doing this while that happens. Final thoughts?
I'm so happy.
Yeah, I'm blown away, but I'm not gonna lie.
It's been such a great day. We're tired. I'm starving. I'm going to finally get some food. I'm going to get out of this monkey soup. But how well it's gone today, the response that we got from the vendors, from the people, from the show up, from the cosplayers. Everybody seems to be having such a great time. I keep talking about how the vibes are so good. They are. Everybody's so happy to be here. And I know we're at a bar and it's a brewery, but it wasn't like this last year. Like, this is a better vibe. Last year was great and it was fun, but this year...
I feel like last year nobody really knew what to expect. Yeah. And after last year, everybody's like, oh, cool, we're going to do this again. But we didn't do it again.
No, we sure didn't.
Bigger, right?
Yeah.
Again, I don't know how we go bigger next year.
We'll figure it out.
But keep an eye out, because we're not going to stop doing this.
No, this is going to keep going forever.
Yeah.
Till we're a decrepit old man.
Yeah.
And we're just doing Palpatine the whole time because it's the only thing we can do left, right?
Yeah. I think that is going to be it for today. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you again to London Brewing Co-op. May the 4th be with you. Make sure you stay geeky, everybody.